When we see people who's ultra successful in life, when we see them achieve great things, when we see them do something that's like unheard of, we always think, how did they do it? How did they get that far? They must be lucky. The truth is, they're not smarter than you. They bleed and breathe the same air as you do. They wake up and go to sleep just like you as well. So why is it that they are able to achieve these great things, these things that seem so out of reach for most of us, that makes some of us look at that as luck? Success is just an accomplishment. You set a goal, you go out there, you achieve it. Whether it's big or small, success looks different for everyone. No matter your goal is big, you want to do something that's going to change the world, or you're just doing something that'll impact yourself. It requires the exact same amount of time. It requires the exact same amount of energy and the same skill set, no matter where you are across the board with your goals. There's a formula to success. First thing is, you have to identify what is success for you. When you look back at your life, when you think back on things you've done, things that you've accomplished, what will make you look back and say, my life was a success? When you're setting your goals, it's going to be different things that drive you to go after and want to be successful. It could be fame, it could be impact, or it could be fulfillment. Or it may start off as one and go to the other. Some people's goals may start off as a passion, something they want to do for themselves. But then next thing you know, as they go down the line, continue on a journey, encounter other people in life, then they may see that is more of a fulfillment. They may see that it's bigger than themselves. So whatever your goal is, whatever bucket it falls into, it doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong answer. You don't have to impact the world. You don't have to change and reach billions of people. It just has to work for you. It has to make sense for you. If you want to become part of that group of people who achieve things in their life, do things that they always want to do, able to manifest the things they have in their minds, is break down your goal. Think about where you want to be 10 years later, but then work yourself backwards. How are you going to get there? What do you need to do every single year? What do you need to do within those months in a year? And what do you need to do within the days in those months? And just break it down backwards. People who are successful in life, they understand the importance of not just setting goals, but breaking down these goals into small, manageable tasks. The average person will see where you are right now and not focus on the finish line that you want to get to. You have this finish line set. You set this goal for yourself. You say that I want to achieve this by the end of the year. So you're continuously looking at where you want to go instead of focusing on where you are right now. What do you need to do right now to make sure that today is a successful day? And super successful people, they know how to do this. They know how to break things down. They know how to delegate things and make sure that their right now goals are achieved. They make sure that their right now goals are knocked out no matter what before they move on to the next step. And they align themselves. They align their energy. They align their mind. And they know that they need to move as if they already at that goal. Because if they don't do that, then they'll get stuck in the right now, worried about things that they can't control. A great example of this is Jay-Z. It's one of my idols, somebody that I looked up to my whole life, especially as he continued to grow into a businessman beyond music. And that's what he did. He focused on the end goal. He focused on where he wanted to be down the line. I can guarantee you, if you have a conversation with him, you hear him in interviews, he saw this. He had his 10-year plan already planned out. He know where he want to go, but he focused on where he was right now. So he focused on his music. Once he did that, he started to invest into other ventures. He started to venture off into other things. It's going to also catapult him and help him levitate himself to that next stage where he want to go, which is going to help him get to that 10-year goal, that 15, 20-year goal. When Jay-Z was rapping, once he was deciding that, okay, I'm coming to a close to my career, he already had all these things planned out. He already had these seeds planted, and it just took a while for them to manifest. And that's what you need to do. You need to start planting seeds early. Plant seeds early in your life and worry about getting the fruit much later. But in the meantime, you got to make sure that you water it. And what is watering it? That's you doing all those things that we talked about, focusing on your day-to-day goals. How can you make it a successful week? How can you make it a successful month to make it a successful year? So if they can do it, you can do it too. It doesn't matter about where you're at right now. It's all about what you're doing to get out of it. What are you doing to make tomorrow better than it is today? If you want success in anything in life, whether it's small or big, you must understand that failure is an opportunity to grow. And Jeff Bezos understood this as he was on his journey. When he started his business in his garage, when he was working at that company, he was like, you know what? Something else is calling me. I need to do something else. People laughed at him. People said, well, what you doing selling books online? Nobody want to buy books. But then he understood, like, if he failed, then he can pick himself back up and continue to go. Look at Steve Jobs, got fired from Apple, a company that he started. He started the company himself. And then next thing you know, he got fired from it. But then he came back, became the CEO again. And then he catapulted and changed the world with the iPhone. But he understood that failure was an opportunity to grow. How can you hold yourself accountable? If you can't hold yourself accountable, then you will not become successful at whatever you do in life. Because nothing's ever going to go right. Nothing's ever going to work out the way that you want it to. But you must look in the mirror and say, what could I have done differently? What can I do differently in the future? How can I grow as an individual? And look at all those failures as an opportunity for you to add on to yourself. Things that you feel like, okay, I should have done this. What characteristic do you need to add into you to make sure that you don't fail down the line? And super successful people understand this to a T. If you ever listened to my podcast or you checked out my videos, you probably heard me talk about basketball. I love basketball. It's like my favorite sport. I have two favorite players, Kobe and Jordan. Those are like my two players out of all. Like I mimic them, like my game when I play, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm Kobe, I'm Jordan. Or I get the references of being Michael Jordan because I was dark skinned, I was young and I was skinny. So that's where that comes from. But I'm tying all this in to say that the more shots you take, the more opportunities you have at success. That's just a metaphor saying take chances. So let's take it to Kobe. Let's talk about my boy Kobe. He'd take a shot. He may miss it. That's cool. That's the same with you in life. You take a shot at something. You fail at it. That's okay. But do you think Kobe gonna just sit on the bench and say, look, man, I'm bad. Sit there with his head down? No. He about to get up. I'm gonna shoot that ball again. Give me the ball. I'm gonna shoot it again. The more shots you take, the more opportunities you have to make a basket. And if you make a basket, that's a success. And that's the same that I want you to understand in your life. These super successful people, the people who separate themselves from the rest of the pack, from the rest of the world, they understand that they must take shots. They have to take these chances. If they miss it, they miss it. It is what it is. Now you have an opportunity to go at it and shoot it again. Same thing with Jordan. Same thing with anyone who did anything in life. They didn't make every shot. They did not succeed at everything that they tried. They failed a few times. They learned. They came back stronger. They went there. They practiced. They worked on themselves. Then the next thing you know, they go and they shoot some more. Continue to shoot those baskets. Continue to take those chances. The more chances you take, the more shots you take, the better the odds are of you having a higher percentage of success. Another thing about me, I like to cook. I like to cook a lot. I like to make my own meals and stuff. I don't really eat out too much. So I like to make some whole food meals. I like to make something that's gonna make me feel good, something that's gonna make me feel like energized and lift me up a little bit, not make me feel sluggish. So I like things made in the oven. I don't like something that's put in the microwave. That's not me. And that's the same thing with you and your success. Put your success in the oven, your goals in the oven. Don't look for a turnaround right away. We don't want those microwave meals. Nah, we don't want that. You want to put something in the oven and you got to be patient with it. So that's the next thing. You have to be patient with whatever you're going after in life. You can't expect it to have a quick turnaround. You can't expect it to just happen overnight. I don't care how many videos you watch. I don't care how many success stories you heard and you're trying to mimic the exact things that someone else got. It's not going to happen. You have to put the equity work in. You have to put that sweat work into it. Success don't happen until years down the line. Go and read Steve Harvey's story. Go listen to him on his interviews. He tell you he was homeless.
You know, I used to park my car in like expensive parking lots, like Ritz, Carlton. So I would take them linen baskets and run hot water over the whole basket and get some soap and go in there and shut the door and I'd lather up and shower. Right. And then I wait till I don't hear nobody. I go out there and get another basket, wet it all up, and come and get all the soap off of it.
Right. He was working. He was trying to figure it out. He didn't have an actress. He didn't get on TV until he was 30-something. He was 30-something years old, but he understood that I must be patient if I believe in my goal, if I believe in my dream, if I believe in the vision that I have. If I see this, it's been calling me, I must be patient to see it through. And I want you to be patient in whatever you do, because anybody who's ultra successful, they don't rush it. They understand that as long as they align themselves with the energy that they want, as long as they align themselves and they set a plan and they work on all these things we talked about before, setting those goals, being persistent, just locking in on what they want, then it will come to them. So I don't want you to get discouraged if your goal isn't happening for you right now. I don't want you to feel like you failed just because it's not happening for you right now. You've been going at it for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5, 10 years. I don't care how long it is. It's going to happen if you want it to happen. As long as you're applying yourself, you're being patient. But you're not just being patient. You're adjusting your approach to it along the way, taking those calculated risks. And then it will happen. Then your dream life will become a reality for you. All successful people do this one thing, and that's remain consistent. On the outside looking in, it may seem like Like it's easy for them to be consistent because they already getting the results. They already have the success they want in life. But I guarantee you that consistency was developed before they became successful, and that's how they got there. Don't worry about the how or when. Just worry about the right now. What can you do? How can you continue to show up and make this a great day? How can you make today better than it was yesterday? What improvements are you making as you continue to show up for yourself? Are you sitting there just lollygagging, sitting there in your mind thinking about what happened in the past, not thinking about what you want to manifest in the future, not thinking about where you're going to be the next 3 months? You worried about what you don't have right now. You worried about what you don't have right now is not going to make it pop up. You focusing on how to not repeat this down the line is what's going to make it go away. Focus on putting forth your best effort with what you have. Don't worry about not having the money. Don't worry about not having the resources, not having the knowledge. All of those things will come to you in the right times. Just work with what you have and watch the universe, God, whoever it is you put your faith into, whoever it is you believe in, watch them bring everything else to you. And one thing that I struggle with is having balance in my life. I'm always focused on the goals. I'm always focused on the work, but I don't separate from it too much. I know I need to work on that. That's something that I'm working on myself. And I want to tell you to find balance in your life. Because the moment that I do step away from the computer, the moment that I do separate and just disconnect from the work, it gives me more clarity. It helps me become more creative. I'm more productive. And I don't feel so burned out. I just go and do something that I enjoy. Go out there and do something that makes me happy and takes my mind away from the work, the things that I know I need to do when I get back to the house. That's why you see successful people go on vacations. That's why you see them go and live their life and do different things. And I know some of you may be saying, I don't have the money to go on a vacation right now. That's okay. You don't necessarily need to do that. Just go out there and do something that you enjoy. Go do something that brings fulfillment to you. Do something that makes you feel good. Whether that be you going and walking in the mall, just relaxing a little bit, going, sitting by the water, going and sitting in nature, walking in nature, doing some mindful activities. Find something that works for you, but make sure that you find balance along your journey, because it's going to be a long road. It's not going to be easy. If you want to be successful at anything, whether you want to be successful to the point where you're helping millions and billions of people, or you just want to do something for yourself, it's going to be a long road. You don't know what's to come next, but know that everything that you want is possible as long as you stick to it and you grind it out and you trust your vision. If you're serious about becoming successful in your life, I'll put a link to a video right up here to help you catapult your growth, to help you excel yourself and do more than 99% of the world. So go ahead and click the link above. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss a video. I'm gonna help you lock in and get yourself right so that you can achieve your goals. That's my passion. That's what I do. Don't forget to check out all the links down below. And remember, everybody has greatness within, even you.